So to start this mini project, we need to have the font first. We use the website cuttle.xyz to set the font first.
A few moments later.
For the word KKTM we use the anchor font so it looks neat. And for the word Ladang, we use the Pacifico font so that it looks like a connection and unity between two different fonts. We also added a love emoji to make it look harmonious. After finishing prepare the font to be used in cuttle.xyz, we should save the file in the format dxf. This is because we will export it to the second website, which is Onshape. At first, export the file into Onshape. In Onshape, we will process the font so that it becomes a 3D shape. To do that, we need to extrude all parts of the font. Next, we need to make a border so we can fit the PCB inside. Don't forget that we will extrude the border as well. After that, we need to make a hole next to the border. This is because in that hole, we will load the keychain into it after we finish printing. And in the last step, we need to make a square-shaped hole so that we can fit the lead into the font through that hole. So this is what it will look like when finished and ready to print. And now, we will make a schematic design for the PCB along with the PCB layout. And now, we will enter the important part, which is printing. The time taken to complete the entire part is 2 hours and 30 minutes long. This is the first layer of filament printing process.
A few moments later.
And this is the second layer of filament printing process. It can be seen in the second layer. We use liquid blue filament that creates unity with the first filament layer.
A few moments later.
This is what it will look like when it's finished printing. Go to the next step, which is loading the lead into the font through the hole that has been made. At this stage, we need to be careful not to damage the filament or the lead. This is because the lead is sensitive to too hard of touch, while the filament has. The relatively small hole makes it look difficult to insert.
A few moments later.
So, this is what it looks like after inserting the lead. To ensure our success after loading the lead, we need to try turning it on to see if it illuminates the entire font or not. And now, we are finally entering the final phase before the completion of this mini project. In this phase, we need to assemble the PCB, battery holder and lid as shown. To combine them, we will use the soldering method so that it sticks firmly. At this time, we will tell you about the twists and turns we faced while completing this project. At first, we had a little difficulty with the font design because it was quite small to fit the LEDs inside. To overcome this problem, we changed the font size letter by letter, so that the size after merging was according to the specified scale. Next, we faced the problem of LEDs breaking easily if touched even slightly hard, so we had to be very careful when loading the LEDs into the filament. And when entering the soldering phase, the problem that comes is that the small components make it difficult for us to solder the components. Therefore, we need to be very careful during the soldering process, so that the solder iron does not touch the filament and end up melting it. That's all. Enjoy the video. So, this is what it looks like after soldering all of the components. And after putting the battery in, it can be seen that the PCB works well, and the LED lights up successfully.